We're a quarter of the season down, but the run up to the halfway mark is frantic. 3 events in 3 weeks at Finland, Sweden and Belgium see the teams and drivers racing right up till the cars go on the boat for the long trip to Canada. We're a couple of hours from Helsinki in the southeast of Finland at the first true forest-based track. First of all, let's have a look at our track preview presented by Ion Cameras. So away from the line, there's a very fast right-hander at the end of the straight. It's uphill and between Armco-lined sides to the track, over a big jump and down to a very, very tricky long right-handed hairpin. This left-hander, 3 apexes. It's like a roller coaster. The standard lap and back around the right-handers over the finish. RX lights are up next. 4-wheel drive cars with about half the power, which I think is probably just about what you want in these conditions. The youngsters of Rallycross, be interesting to see whether or not these guys are slightly more careful, Eric. I mean, the trouble is they're all so young, you know, and they all want to win.
Yeah, of course.
Will they take the careful approach, having seen, I mean, on pole, of course, we've got a Hansen, we've got Kevin Hansen on pole. Surely he's going to be a very thinking driver?
Yeah, of course. And they have seen 2 semi-finals now, or at least their team and their spotters. So they should know how bad it is, especially in the second corner. So hopefully they will be a bit more careful.
Kevin Hansen on pole with Kevin Eriksson alongside him. You get Timur and Niklas Gronholm on row 2, Alexander Westland and Sandra Holtgren on the back row. Right, let's see if we can get our first live race this afternoon cleanly through turn 1. 6 into 1 doesn't go, it seems, but it really does need to in these conditions. I think they've aborted the start.
Yeah, one of the cars moved.
One of the cars moved, so Eric Farren alongside me said one of the cars moved. And they've aborted the start. It looks to me like, is it Sandra Holtgren on the back row? Who do you think it was, Eric?
I think it was Timur, yeah.
Possibly you get Timur, who was 4th in Portugal, made the semi-finals in the UK. But this was a good qualifying performance, and we think it was Yiget Timur who did it. There it was indeed, there it was. Yiget Timur, you can see on the inside of row 2, car 96. Just a tiny little bit of movement, and that will be a penalty, Eric, of 2 joker laps, yeah?
Yeah.
In these conditions, that's not really going to matter, is it? Let's be honest.
No. I think it will be a lot about just to try to survive, and hopefully there will be some battle, and we will see, yeah,
a good
real
race.
Driving.
Yeah, exactly. So on the left side of your screen, you have the RX Lights final. On the right side, you have another fight which is going on. That is the fight against the clock for the supercars to get back out. Currently, we're in Petter Solberg's garage. They're removing, is that the intercooler, Eric, at the front? Turbo intercooler coming out. That's twisted up. It's going to get thrown out of the way. Underneath the car, it's a new subframe they've got lying on the floor next to it, which supports the inside of the bump. They're taking off everything at the front. How do you fancy their chances? I think they'll get this done.
Yeah, I think they will. They probably know when they need to be out on the pre-grid again, and yeah, they will fix what needs to be fixed before that. But maybe it's not perfect or 100%, but I think we'll make it out.
Fingers crossed for Petter Solberg. On our RX Lights grid, we had a jump start. That's why that race has been held. And Petter's team will be pleased about that, because it's just given them an extra minute, maybe an extra 2 minutes, as they reset all the jump start sensors. 12 centimetres is the gap between the sensor and the car. And Timur has obviously, Yiget Timur, that is, has obviously tripped it. I haven't seen him being shown the 2x Joker board, but we might have been looking at Petter at the time. Run through the runners in this one for you. Okay, not going to have the chance as the drivers are getting ready to go. The marshals are out of the way. Are they going to get away cleanly this time? Kevin Hansen on the left, Kevin Eriksson on the right. They're away this time. It's a good start from Kevin Hansen. He gets good grip, moves out to take the correct line. Behind him, I think Kevin Eriksson's going to get into turn 1 second. He does, out over the gravel. You get Timmer. This is where we've had so many problems, and we've got a spin already off into the inside. That is Sandra Holmgren. Thank you, Eric. Sandra Holmgren has gone off on the inside. Oh, Kevin Eriksson has been picked up there, I think, by you get Timmer. Kevin Hansen is out in front.
Yeah, it looks very difficult. Very difficult. And especially when they go on the outside there, it's probably even worse, we can see.
Sandra Holmgren looks like she's got the car going again. Eric, what's the background of most of these guys and how old are they? I mean, you know, what have they done before?
Yeah, I think they're between 16 and 20, most of them. And they've been doing maybe junior rallycross in their national countries, or maybe some folk race, as we have in Scandinavia, which is a cheaper type of rallycross.
So they'll have some experience at least of driving in conditions like this, but this is possibly going to be their trickiest conditions ever. There is that Sandra Holmgren's car?
Yeah.
But she's perfectly out of the way, that's good news. So Holmgren's car is out of the way, Kevin Hansen is leading. Eric, you followed quite carefully, and we're looking again at the right-hand side at Petter's team getting ready for the supercar final. On the left-hand side, Kevin Hansen, there we are. Is that Sandra? I think it is.
Yeah.
Our first female driver who made it through to an Oryx Lights final. Unfortunately, it didn't last very long. Yeah, Eric, you followed Kevin very carefully. Obviously, you were a part of the Hansen team last year. I've been following what he's up to, but he's doing a fair bit this year in the Oryx Light.
Yeah, he's doing the Swedish Oryx Light Championship, and now that he has turned 16 years old, he's able to do these international events also. So this is actually his first event in the World Rallycross Championship.
So for him, if he gets a win here, he's going to be over the moon, isn't it? And it might take away a bit of the misery from the Hansen squad as well. Wouldn't it be nice for them to go away with at least Kevin having got a decent result? Now this other Kevin, this is Kevin Eriksson. Him and Kevin Hansen have been having some great fights at home. Yeah,
they're fighting, and they're first and second in the Swedish Championship right now. And they're good friends also. Fighting on track and good friends off the track, so it's good to see them.
What's it like racing a friend? I mean, you must have had some mates in rallycross over the years. You know, can you have friends, or you know, are they just, you know, what do you do when you come head to head?
Yeah, I think on the track you're not really thinking about it. At least I didn't. So on the track, basically, you have no friends, but
it's just another car.
Yeah, so just cars. But yeah, of course, maybe you think about it a little bit. Hopefully.
Petter Solberg on the right-hand side of your screen, leaning in for a look into the front of his car. He's not getting stuck in like he was. Look at the look on his face, so you can see Petter. Oh, that's Westland. Westland is out. Westland manages to drag his car off the track, which is fantastic news for the supercar final. That'll mean that can get underway a bit sooner. That's very gentlemanly driving from Westland, pulling the car off the circuit. We know they've got one more to recover from out of a bank. It's not unusual for this afternoon. The marshals have been worked very, very hard indeed, but Kevin Hansen is marching his way to what's looking like it's going to be a pretty easy victory. Timmer, has he got to do a second joker lap or not? We didn't see whether or not he had a penalty joker lap to do. We think maybe not, but either way the start was aborted. Kevin Eriksson slots out. Everybody has taken their joker laps now, so Kevin Eriksson is behind Niklas Gronholm. So Marcus Gronholm's son, Niklas Gronholm, at the front of your picture there, is currently in a podium position. I'm sure Marcus will be pleased with that. Great to see the World Rally Champion here, but it's a shame to see that he doesn't want to compete anymore. I'd love to have seen him come back out, Eric.
Yeah. I've seen him do some rallycross, and he's a very good driver. It would have been nice to see him.
Tommy Mäkkinen's another one I'd like to see while we're in Finland. It would be great to see him come out and have a crack at it, wouldn't it? 4 cars left in the RX Lights final. Ooh, Kevin Eriksson managing to hold on there to a bit of a tank slapper. A left and a right. He's pushing hard to try and keep up with Niklas Gronholm. Don't know if he's going to get the chance to take him. He's not. Final lap for Hansen. He's just got to get it through. This is the very, very slippery section. Kevin Hansen, younger brother of Timmy Hansen. Son, of course, Susan and Kenneth Hansen.
We see how clean the car is, and the big advantage of being first.
Yeah.
So the start was very crucial here.
And he did a brilliant job, didn't he? Absolutely brilliant job. Four-wheel drive, of course, the RX Lights. It's a space frame chassis, only weighs 1,100 kilos, including the driver, and 310 horsepower. So just over half the horsepower of a supercar. But Kevin Hansen is coming out of the second to last corner, and he's going to be very, very pleased indeed. Kevin Hansen comes around the right-hander, which marks the end of his race, and his first race win in RX Lights, in Rallycross RX, his debut here. Absolutely fantastic job by him. We know the young man will be extremely pleased. Second place was Jürgen Timmer, and third is Niklas Gronholm. So Marcus Gronholm's son, Kevin Hansen, donuts up at the far end of the circuit. He's chosen the most slippery part. Jürgen Timmer is doing donuts there as well. Don't shunt now, lads. It's all finished. There's Sandra Holmgren, who's disappointed. Here we are. Here's the results then. Kevin Hansen from Jürgen Timmer, Niklas Gronholm, Kevin Eriksson, and Westland and Holmgren with DNFs.